Wait, this is the part where I can talk now.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
I'm in the middle of messaging my kid because I forgot my phone and I'm trying to Discord him. You know, those kids are notoriously hard to get a hold of after a certain age.
This is the part in the live stream in which you're not supposed to read your credit card number out loud because people can.
Oh, right. It's like an email. You're not supposed to include personal information in an email.
Mm-hmm.
Please bring me phone in my room. Now, hopefully he will get that at some point.
Oh man, I went to a wedding this week and it was up north and I had to drive for 2 hours. And so in those, then the way back was also 2 hours. So I had 4 hours that day and I listened to like 3 episodes of the Classic Gamers Guild podcast.
Wow, that's a lot of me.
Yep.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. It takes a minute. I know.
Yeah.
That's fair. What episode out of those 3, which one kind of caught your attention the most?
The Thimbleweed Bark one.
Oh man, that was the first episode where we really started to understand the concept of an episode. I liked that one.
You guys did great.
Thank you. Yeah, that was like we really kind of understood structure. We really tried to figure out what the hell we were doing because I don't know, we would kind of confuse ourselves mid-episode sometimes.
Good luck.
Thanks, kid. He brought the phone, by the way, just so you know. That's how quick the internet works. In under 1 minute. Message
what is
received.
This? Bring your kid to the live stream day.
He's gone now. Yeah, because he's like, Mom, I really can't wait to see you play this game. I'm sure he's live streaming. I'm sure he's watching it in the living room right now, right?
Yeah, he doesn't care about Minecraft and all those Gen Z or Gen Alpha things. He's
playing Civ 3. Civ 3 is his obsession. That's it. Civ 3. That is what he is playing right now. He has put almost 950 hours in.
He should play Full Throttle.
I'll tell him that. He's watched me play it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he watches me play all these games. He just doesn't
I thought you were kidding.
No.
Okay, let's start. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of TextPlay. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Today we're starting the stream earlier than usual. Especially here, we switch to daylight savings. And yesterday we switched to daylight savings. And tomorrow, they're going to switch to daylight savings in Europe. So we're all going to be in this magnificent daylight savings in which you have sunlight at 8 p.m., which benefits no one. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. Today we have Anna Vigue, who's joining me for the 3rd live stream of the 7th guest. And I've been mispronouncing her last name in the past 2 live streams. And I'm not sure if I said her last name when we streamed Monkey Island. So maybe I've been mispronouncing it then as well. But now I know how it's pronounced, and the way I know it is because the Adventure Game Hotspot released the video snippet from the awards they held in July, and Dominic Armato, Guybrush himself, presented her, and he said Anna Vigue. And that's when I contacted her and asked her if I've been mispronouncing her name all this time. And apparently I have. But I have something to say about that, and I'll say it when she'll join us. In the meantime, thank you guys. Thank you to our Patreon and Coffee members. Thank you to Adam for moving from this part of the screen to this part of the screen. So thank you for upping your pledge, Adam. Much appreciated. Our top 7 in the last 7 days are George Lucas, the George Lucas. He's watching the live stream. CJ, JD, Zero Cleft, Kodiak, DJ, Yeshu, and Scandy. Today's goal is 1993, the release date of the 7th guest, and it's called the 7th Donation. Didn't have a better name. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's welcome Anna Vigue. Hi, Anna.
Hey, how's it going? You know, when I first met you, I thought, because I read names wrong all the time, as people would hear if they listened to me try to say them on my podcast, but I thought you were Daniel Albu.
I
And
know.
I was trying to look you up, and I'm like, I can't find him on YouTube. He's not anywhere out here. You know.
So the thing is this. The reason I mentioned the Thimbleweed Park podcast is because after I felt bad this entire week that I've been mispronouncing your name, and I thought of a way to apologize for it in this live stream, I listened to that podcast, and you started mentioning people who are part of the Adventure Game Hotspot, and you said Daniel Albu, and
Yes.
and so you've been mispronouncing my last name too. So
I did. I did.
I think we're
even. We're 100%. We're good. We're good. Golden.
Okay. Are you excited to get back to the 7th guest, or has it become a chore?
You know what? The chat is so much fun and the company is so great. It would make any game fun.
Okay. It's a good thing, because usually we play sucky games, especially the FMV games. Rama is so bad. Honestly,
it's so bad. You guys.
The walkthrough, we can't do anything with a walkthrough. And in the last live stream, I just opened up a video playthrough, and we started following that one, like frame by frame. But that was too long, so we switched to a speed run. Someone did a speed run. Just one person did a 50-minute speed run. No one's even trying to break that record, because no one wants to play that game. And so we followed that. I added a window to the live stream in which I'm playing that video in the top left corner, and I switched the speed to like a quarter of the speed, so I'll be able to follow it. And then I just did whatever she did in that speed run. So the game is that good.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So when you're comparing it to Rama, how's the 7th guest on the Anna scale?
It's sort of slightly more my aesthetic. Rama always felt a little bit, I don't know, like it was one step above my IQ. This one seems like, as long as I'm determined and willing to click things around long enough and doggedly enough, I'll be able to sort through most of it. So it's like a little bit more accessible to me.
Yeah, but the math puzzles, and Rama has a few of those, are fine. You can solve them if you know what you're doing, but the rest is kind of annoying. The randomized things, the fact that there is no logic, the things appearing out of nowhere inside that basket or inside a locker, and you need to know to go check that locker again for some reason or another. And it's exhausting. And these past this weekend and next weekend, Paul is away, and I think he just made plans just for him to have an excuse not to play Rama with us. He needed a 2-week break from Rama.
That is great, though. I'm just like, I'm going to actually change my whole lifestyle around not having to play any more of this game for a little while.
Yep. But this is a great segue into the game that we're actually playing, which is the 7th guest. Let me give you control. Take control. I don't remember anything from the last live stream, so
Well, I think I finished up at the end of a puzzle. So I completed a puzzle before we stopped. I know that. And we went through the maze and we did all that stuff. So I don't have to do that right now or make you do that right now.
Hey, Merchris, wait.
Merchris tipped 3 pieces 08. Here's a donation, because watching you suffer through puzzles is priceless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do feel the pain, and I'm always so positive about games. I like to, actually, no, you've heard a few more podcast episodes. I can say what I want. I'm not always super positive about games, but I try to be. All right, well, I guess I'll look at the map.
That's the great thing about this channel is the fact that playing games with Paul for the first time is like a reality check, because sometimes I think that the game is perfect and he thinks that the game sucks. So it's a great it's great to have a new perspective on things. But
so I still haven't done this thing yet, have I? Okay.
Yeah, but then again, and when we did the mini marathon and we each named the top 10 games of the year, he named the Dig at number 5. He placed the Dig at number 5. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I definitely wouldn't have put it in anywhere of my top anything when I was a kid and I played it that first time. Just because I couldn't get anywhere. I couldn't even clue in how to get it started. Like, I couldn't get past the beginning. I for some reason convinced myself it would be all mathematical. And my dad sat with me and said, nope, this is dumb. We should play something else. And I played Full Throttle instead. But I didn't feel that way when I replayed it, later, obviously, as you heard.
Mm-hmm. Well,
in fact, somebody was just mentioning that in your Discord about getting into that episode and really enjoying it.
Yeah, you should have called me for the Loom episode.
Oops.
I had a lot.
Yeah, I know. You know what? We realized afterwards, and that we totally should have. Paul and I both said it at the same time. But that doesn't mean we can't do another one, because we're going to do a comparison between the remake and the original too. So
the remake, the VGA version.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We like doing those comparison episodes.
So what I liked about the Dig is that the puzzles weren't your typical Moon Logic puzzles. You had standalone puzzles that either required you to decipher something or do something that's pretty much standalone, like a bunch of puzzles. Like the turtle puzzle is a type of slider puzzle of sorts. And I got the answer to why that is by interviewing the lead developer of the Dig. And he told me that he was in charge of all of these puzzles, and he has a physics degree. So all of these things are what a software developer would have come up with.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better about not being able to figure it out as a teenager then. Even though you figured it out. How old were you when you played it?
13.
See, and I was even older. I have no excuses at all. That's terrible.
Yeah, you were like 40.
Yeah, right. No, and I figured it out later, but when I first played it, it was when I got the Monkey Island, the LucasArts archive.
I know. You talked about it on your podcast, the fact that you have the Monkey Island Madness CD, which had the first and the second game and a playable demo of the third.
It does. Yes. Hang on. Wait. 1 second.
Okay. So Anna's gone. Live stream over. Oh, snap.
I just got to get it to see it, but it's not picking it up very well on the camera.
No, place it in front of your face and it will work. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Wow.
It's still in great condition too, which is good because it's a floppy box. I tell you what.
Yeah, but you're missing out on all the amazing big boxes like the Dig.
It's true. I only have the full throttle, the rectangle box, and I don't have any other. I have Loom, that one that I randomly got, and that's all I have.
Mm.
But I do have the tape, so that's good. Straight to the very end or the one to the left of the very end. Okay. The hardest part for me to watch myself go through is reorienting myself with the game.
Francisco Gonzalez, whose game Rosewater just hit shelves this week, and you guys should check it out, has a big box of Loom signed by Brian Moriarty. He gave him that big box.
Well, bloody heck, that's amazing. That is so cool. Mine is not signed, but mine was only $20.
What? Where'd you get
With
Loom
the tape.
for $20?
Yeah, this guy, he had a whole stack of them. There was Quest for Glory and Loom and a bunch of other games. And he's like, oh, do you want this stack? And I'm like, how much? And he's like, $20 a game. I'm like, I'll take the stack. Thank you. He's like, yeah, I haven't had time to evaluate them. I'm like, awesome. Sounds great.
Yeah, don't evaluate anything. Thank you.
Yeah, please don't. Because then I got home and I started looking into it. And I mean, I'm not selling nothing. I'm a collector. I'm a hoarder. If they weren't organized, I'd be a hoarder. So they are organized. So I'm a collector.
Well, I now have a sealed copy of the limited run games version of Loom. Don't know if I'll ever open it. I'm still bummed about the fact that the cover art is pretty dark.
That's too bad. I heard a bit about that, yeah. Okay, which room am I going to? Otherwise, I will just go through all of them again.
Brute force it. Go through all the rooms. Maybe we missed something.
Sure. You mean like we used to when we were playing games as kids?
Exactly.
What's the rarest game that I have in my collection? Rarest. I have a sealed Leisure Suit Larry Utilities. I don't know how rare that is, but I don't see it too often.
Is it actually a big box or is it the smaller box?
It's the actual big box of it. It's still sealed. And I have like the Reloaded, which is still sealed from the Kickstarter, and I have the Kickstarter shirt. I have the German collection of Leisure Suit Larry that's in the brown long rectangle box. I don't know, like Wizardry for the Apple. I don't know. I've got a lot of really random rare games that I don't see anywhere else. It's hard to tell. I got a few hundred. Every Sierra game that I've played, but I don't have Codename Iceman yet, but I haven't finished it yet either. That's a game that would be something.
No one has.
I got stuck at the submarine.
How surprising.
Yeah.
Never heard anything bad about the submarine section.
It was just all in timing. And the time that I tried to replay it was before I still had to do like the DOS cycles and try to get it at the right speed. And it was like early DOS box days.
You know, when they announced the Legends of Adventure documentary about the one about Sierra Online, I invited them, the producers, to join me for a live stream in which we talked about the documentary, and then we decided to play Iceman.
Nice.
And we wanted to play like 3 hours of it, but then after 2 hours, everyone like broke, and we decided to just end the live stream. And
it was that bad.
And we got to the submarine section. I'm not sure if we finished the submarine section or just gave up mid submarine section.
Mid submarine section is like, if there was a Steam stat that said exactly when people would quit, that would be wherever it is for sure. Hey, there's Might and Magic, it's like the based off the Heroes of Might and Magic games, but it's like the RPG style. The guy that did the art for the the pink box. I think it's like 6 or whatever, and a couple of other games. He came across a bunch of his old posters that were left over from back in 1996, and he was selling them online for $20 a piece. Came with a certificate of authenticity and the poster. So I got one of those too, because I felt it was kind of a rare opportunity, because I really like Heroes of Might and Magic and Might and Magic as well.
I got the Gabriel Knight Mysteries big box, huge box, should I say?
Ooh.
For $50.
Dude, yes, that's the story I like to hear.
And I don't usually buy used boxes or try to collect big boxes, but it was right before my conversation with Jane Jensen, and I had to have it as a prop for the conversation. So I just looked it up and got it.
Dude, that's a really great find. I like I got my Space Quest 4, it's sealed in the big box, and I got it from Up Island just through Facebook Marketplace, and it was like $40, like pristine. This is the nicest box in my whole collection.
And the great thing about the Gabriel Knight big box is that it has the novelization of the first game, and it has both games, and that's like 7 CDs, and you got the soundtrack CD as well, so it's jam-packed.
I have the Gabriel Knight, the first one, just the normal big box, but at least it has the comic and all that in it. And I got it signed by Jane Jensen and Robert Holmes while I was at the fanfare.
Mercus asks, what's the hardest... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I was just saying, I also have the comic that Bruce Bernese did about the second Gabriel Knight, sort of an homage to it, and I have that as well signed.
Mercus asks, what's the hardest game you've ever beaten? Could have said Rama if you would have finished it.
If I finished it. Can I say it'll be this game if I actually get through it? I don't know. What?
Do you want me to find the next puzzle for you?
Yeah, please. That's all I'm looking for.
Okay.
Help me.
So in the meantime, you read the messages in the chat. How much does signed increase the value? No, 2 times, 3 times.
That's a great question. I don't even know, because I have like all my Leisure Suit Larry boxes are signed, all my Quest for Glory boxes are signed, and my guidebook, but like I don't see stuff like that come up often. Some dude's been trying to sell a Leisure Suit Larry, the book from the compilation, signed for like a couple $100 for years, and nobody's really buying it. I think for me, like I have them sign it with my name for me, like to Anna. So I'm doing it simply for my own nostalgia value and my own collection. And I think that would probably give it less value instead of like some generic, hi, it's Al Lowe. I've signed this box for random person. So I wouldn't even know. Like, I like to look into the value occasionally, but then I don't know. Then I tuck that idea in my head and I just go, hey kids, one day you'll get to inherit this collection. Keep a few, sell the rest. Try to sell them good. Don't throw them away. They are worth money.
My unpopular opinion is that I prefer to have a box unsigned than a signed box, because I want the cover art. Because sometimes they exaggerate with their autograph, so it takes up the whole cover art, and I would just want to look at the cover art. I don't care about the autograph.
I agree. I have them sign it around the edges or on the outside or in the books. I don't like it to go all the way across the front. And I don't know. It's kind of like I have a Sierra autograph book. Every time I've gone to an event, I brought it with me, and I've just had not just the people that are there at events, but all my friends sign it too. I'm really nostalgic, and I love memory. So I want at least one big box of a game that I love. If you were to pick, what would be like your top 5 big boxes that you would potentially want to have? Anybody too. My favorite part of doing the podcast? Oh, okay. Gosh, I really, really apparently like staying on one subject for long periods of time. And I like talking and I like conversation. And sometimes I feel like conversations are like gone into the ether. And so by talking about something nostalgic like big box games and then having other people be able to hear it gives me the satisfaction that it's not like lost to time, and it gives me meaning behind my conversation and a record behind it. I don't even need it as a legacy. I don't even care if it all disappears after I'm done with it. It's just in the moment I'm expressing myself, and maybe it resonates with somebody. Maybe somebody will hear me and go, wow, I felt that way, or I remember this, or this feels good, or that reminds me of, and that like ability to do that is just super duper satisfying for me.
And do you ever find it weird when people are talking about your podcast online? Because I noticed that a few weeks ago, you guys were, I don't know, whichever number in the top 100 gaming podcasts or retro podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So is it weird for you to read things online that a third party might write about your podcast?
Yeah, that's really weird. That's weird. Meeting people who recognize my voice is weird. I got asked for an autograph. That was weird. Because it's like, this is so low key. You can't even consider this like, it's like such a niche genre that you need a really highly specialized event online or in person to even be recognized as anybody. So I feel invisible. So when something happens and it's like, oh, you can see me and hear me, like I'm real, this is real, it throws me off. It's like alternative universe shit. What about you?
Well, it's always weird. For example, the weirdest thing is that, I have an RSS reader and I'm subscribed to a few websites that I'm reading on a weekly basis or so. So it's always weird to open an RSS reader and see something written about you. So on the Mix and Mojo website, for example, they just talked about the design documents of various LucasArts games. They just posted a screenshot of me. So it was weird. I'm opening the RSS reader and just seeing a screenshot of me, and people are talking about the...
To be fair, seeing the headers for these 7th guest playthroughs with my picture all up on there, and then like, because I've been seeing you do these playthroughs with like other people for a long time, and I've seen some beautiful faces on there. Like I think you had Saya a while ago. You've had some just the coolest, most beautiful people and interesting people and people that have been there in the industry. To see my picture up on one of your pictures has been a little surreal, actually.
On 4 of them, to be exact.
It's pretty wild. You've connected with just such wild legends and just people in the community, and it's so cool to be brought in to be a part of it. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. Sorry I couldn't give you a better gaming experience than the 7th guest. But
I feel like it's on purpose. Okay, more questions. I love it. Okay, go-to snack for gaming sessions. Ooh, I like salt and pepper rice crackers dipped in barbecue sauce. That's been kind of my go-to lately. Anything with protein. I know. I like like a protein drink. Yesterday, my son, he works in a bakery. He brought home cinnamon buns. And so I made homemade icing and we had that for dessert. I like bake things randomly because we have kids in the house. So it's like whatever I've baked, I'll just eat some of. I don't have any allergies because I eat everything. So it's pretty fun. And I love like dairy and non-dairy and all of the alternatives. So I'll cook with like everything from every genre of food and make the coolest shit. I like that stuff. Yeah, cinnamon buns are good. They're crazy good. And I've been making my own icing sugar instead of like the commercial kind, and then just putting in like vanilla beans into the icing, like the little bits and stuff. It was pretty decadent, but you can whip it up in like 10 seconds. See, it's not so easy to find where we are in the game, is it? But you're doing a good, thorough scan over. I'm quite impressed that you're not repeating rooms as you go through it like I was. It's like, do you want to see this room for the 4th time, guys? Come on.
Yeah. Well, at least we're keeping the conversation going.
Always. There's always lots to say. And I mean, the chats, the adventure game chats for games. Oh,
I heard singing upstairs, like some mad choir.
Well, I heard nothing except you rummaging around your room, yelling like a crazy man.
And I saw blood.
How ghastly.
I don't know how to describe what I saw. Why, none of you has ever seen...
None of the rest of us saw anything. How boring. I suggest we all leave and have some supper.
I think that we were meant to eat the soup.
Wait. We need some rules. We need to stick together, play as a team.
Oh.
Don't be such a bore, darling.
It's a game. That's why we were invited. It's a game. Everyone for himself. Or herself. Crazy old stuff is watching us, scaring us, watching us play at his puzzles. Only he knows the rules. Only Staff knows the rules.
wow. That was kind of an exciting one. We had the whole crew. That was good. I liked that. Thank you.
Yup.
All right. So I guess the puzzle's in here.
I'm not sure if the puzzle's in here. I just
okay.
know that there's this cutscene, and then things are supposed to happen. I think that's the exact part in which we were stuck, and when we did the playthrough with Tori and Paul. Wait, let's see what the book has in store.
Okay. This is something.
The book is the hint book. Slide the blocks into a vacant space until a round opening appears to the right.
We did that. Are we still in there?
No, I'm sure we solved it.
I thought we did. Before we quit, we solved it on purpose.
Okay, let's see if one of the rooms opened up after this cutscene, and then I'll give you control. Okay, so this room is still closed. Rage quit the game. Have you, Anna? Have you?
I have. I might. Wait, we did that room. Okay, yeah, because it filled in that downstairs
asking
room now.
Mercury's question. Anna, have you ever
Oh.
rage quit a game?
Oh, yeah, Kid Icarus, I think would be the one on Nintendo, and you know what? It's funny about that game, because I always called it up, 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 die, is it actually got easier after the first two levels. And if I just could have, but it's like, it's a rental. And I just remember throwing the controller and it not doing any damage, but it's the only time I ever remember doing that, like being mad enough at a game to feel like I physically needed to deal with it in some way. That's about it though. But it was there and it happened. And that game is hard. Ninja Gaiden, yeah, that would totally do it.
Okay.
Those games are totally hard.
One of the rooms opened up, I think.
Okay.
So take control.
Okay. Does the map actually show, does it show you when the rooms are open on the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I used to rage quit. I was addicted to the Addams Family pinball machine last year. Paul and I used to play hours of it. I took a hiatus from Tech Talk with Daniel Albu because I didn't have time to edit anything, because I just played the Addams Family pinball machine. I used to rage quit every time I would be close to breaking my own record and then just lose a couple of balls. That's it. Then we decided to cut it cold turkey altogether from our lives and our live streams. And I uninstalled it from Steam.
Aw. That's a great story, actually. I like that.
Thank you.
I really do. It's just showing the room on the side of the stairs.
Yeah,
as being the only room not really completed.
yeah, but it's closed.
Yeah. My dream game that doesn't exist yet. Oh man, I've thought of a few of those too. This is the room it's saying I haven't completed yet.
I think there's a room upstairs that opened
Oh,
up
is there?
after
Okay,
the
I'll try
cutscene we
that.
just saw.
Let's see. Dream game.
Phantom Fellows.
You know
2.
what my dream game is? My dream game already exists, but I would love to see a more modern rendition that actually works as an app for the Ancient Art of War. There was a project that started where they had got that going, and it didn't end up getting updated or having much of a follow through. So after the initial release, it was corrupted and it crashed a lot. I'd like to see more into that. That would be cool. I know it was already created, but damn, that was a good little series. Or how about a game where you go through various Stephen King book scenarios and you have to like survive all of them, but it's like a bunch of them all mashed together. That'd be kind of fun. Oops, past the stairs. I'll get
Happiness
there.
says I'm close to rage quitting. They bleed pixels. Have you played that one?
No, what's that one like?
I'm not sure.
Oh, a 3D one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of the NES one. You know
Wait,
what
did
was
you
a
have
hard
an
game?
NES
The
when you were a
original.
kid?
Oh yeah, I still have it. I have an NES and a Sega and every system up until PlayStation 3 pretty much I own right now. And because I also collect game systems and I collect games of those systems. I collect a lot of things.
And did you play Maniac Mansion for the NES? Thank you, Ozzy.
No, but I've seen somebody do a playthrough, I think on YouTube. I have King's Quest V for the NES though. I do have that.
Oh, the shitty port of King's Quest V?
It's terrible. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. There we go.
This must be your room.
But I don't want to go in yet. I'm still a little shaky.
There's nothing to be scared of, except Stoff's tricks.
Will you be in your room?
Yes, or the game room.
We all want something, don't we? I mean, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
I suppose so.
And what is what is it that you want?
Not much. Just, I've been a stage magician all my life. I want to know, is there real magic? Does Stoff know that? Can Stoff give that to me?
We need to find a way out. We need to start our life over again. I mean, Edward has gotten us into such debt, and there's no money. What about the others?
I don't know.
Always comes down to the money, doesn't it?
Okay, now we know that the room to your right is open.
Yep. Now I know where to go. Finally, for the first time. The video quality. Oh my God. Yes,
Yeah.
there's nothing quite like it. This is
I
impressive.
think it's like 80p.
Honestly, I still feel impressed by it when it does that. The part of me that is totally nostalgic sees it through the lens of the eyes I would have seen it through had I played it earlier. And I still appreciate the beauty of the cutscenes and everything. Oops, I did that one.
Yeah, we did that one.
No.
But the back door
The
is now
door.
open.
Oops.
No, leave the puzzle.
Yeah.
Now you have that door. Yup.
There we go. I mean, this whole stream is just basically me being confused. Where do I go? And what do I do?
Guys,
over and over
we're
again.
40 minutes into the live stream and we just reached the first puzzle of the stream. I think this is going great. And I think we're going to finish this game today.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's the toilet puzzle.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. What happened?
Why am I out here?
Go back.
Okay.
Okay, I take it back. 40 minutes into the live stream, and we haven't reached our first puzzle yet.
Did my door just disappear? What happened here?
No, go straight ahead. Wait, can you go through that door?
I'll look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Bathroom. We're here.
Finally.
It's good.
We're 41 minutes into the live stream and we just reached our first puzzle.
What's in the tub? Oh, that doesn't look like water.
Well, that's not the puzzle.
Oh, goodness.
Looks like bad
Nice.
mojo.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played much of that game either. I think Paul wants me to. The other Paul.
Yeah, so you weren't supposed to go down the drain. This is a shortcut to the
Oh.
library. Go back the second floor. Okay,
my
take it
God,
back.
you
We're
guys.
42 minutes into the live stream and we haven't reached our first puzzle yet.
Not quite, not quite.
So the
If
more
I could swap lives with any video game character for a day, who would it be? I would like to be Elsa in Quest for Glory 5 as a playable character for a day. She's kick-ass. Oh, sorry.
So the thing is, the more complicated puzzles in the game usually have a shortcut in that particular room for the library. Shortcut to the library, basically. So since we were there, and the puzzle on the bathroom floor is the one you're supposed to look at. Go to.
Oh, I thought this was the bathroom. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're good.
Okay. Look down. That's it. 43 minutes into the live stream, guys, and we just reached our first puzzle.
Make your move, if you dare.
Okay, so we have some horses. Okay, we have the knights. It's another chess puzzle. Yay!
Yay! We love those.
Okay, so what are we doing? Let's click on some stuff and see what happens. Oh, what's happening? Okay, he just does a knight's move. So is it like white versus black?
That's how they move.
Okay.
Wow, what a revelation. So that's how
Thanks,
they move.
buddy.
Yep, that's exactly how it's supposed to move. Mercurus wants to know what's one skill
Black
we've
is
learned
white.
from gaming.
And white is black.
I think that we're
Oh.
both
Everything
hoarders,
must change.
and that's because in adventure games you're usually supposed to pick up whatever's not bolted down.
I would agree with you. Definitely pick up everything that isn't bolted down. I can see every item has like 100 different uses. So why would I get rid of it? Because I might want one of those uses. Oh, and I didn't do well at school, so I probably wouldn't have been able to write or read very well if it wasn't for adventure games. I'm really only motivated by dopamine, I think, primarily. So I had a really hard time doing work for the sake of work, especially when I was younger.
Well, some of us learned English from adventure games. You learn how to read and write.
That just puts him back. Yeah, and unusual words, context, and character development, making connections. I'll put him back over here. I mean, clearly it didn't help in my chess game, but can't win them all.
Take all night.
Funny.
It will take all night stuff.
Yes, it will. See, these games are how you learn to read. Exactly, because like I was playing the parser games when I was really young, and I had no reason to want to read. Well, my mom's a reader. Like our house is filled with books, but it definitely went hand in hand.
Yeah, but the problem with text parser games is that you don't learn to use grammatically correct sentences because you always say open door or whatever. You try to be as concise as possible, but you don't learn what proper grammar is in text parser games.
Yeah, that is true. And then if you're playing a game like Police Quest, you can literally just shorten it even more and just use like the first letter of a lot of the words to make things happen. Which I really appreciate, those little shortcuts. And I'm like that. I actually have zero respect for the human language. Really. I will shape and twist it however I feel necessary.
Okay, so you can solve this puzzle by just doing 43 simple moves. So
as long as I get every one of them correct, I should be just fine, is what you're saying?
Yeah, just those 43.
Right. It just seems like every square now has a piece on it. See, so much of the music here is really, really close to the music in games like Quest for Glory 5.
Really?
Must be the time period. Yeah, just little bits and pieces of it. Like not exactly the same tune, but the idea of the music has a lot of similarities. I don't know if you've even played much in the Quest for Glory series. So.
I haven't played any of the Quest for Glory games.
That's kind of what I thought. I think I heard that somewhere along the line. So they're definitely, like Paul says, there's just so much lore and it goes so far back and it goes so deep. It's really hard to like jump into the idea of playing them as a grown-up. Especially if you're not into RPGs and stuff like that.
Yeah, the real Carnadian Rage motif. Similar motifs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Motif, that's the word. Thank you.
Our last live stream was demonetized for using 4 copyrighted tracks from this soundtrack. You were saying?
Oh, I have no idea. I grew up around musical terms. I should know a lot more. I even have like 8 years of classical piano training, ballet and dance and all that, but I always forget the professional words for stuff.
So I learned piano from the 1st grade to the 6th grade, and then I broke my arm in the 6th grade. And
oh no.
And then I started playing. I got the Space Quest Collector's Edition, and then I started playing all of the Space Quest games back to back with my left hand because my right arm was broken, and that's it. And I never returned to piano since.
No, I never went back to piano either after I got older. Once you're done, man, you're done.
Yeah.
I can read music. It's not like I've forgotten how to do that. I can read tablature and strum stuff on a guitar. I just, haven't really been doing that. Hang on. Okay.
How did the right arm get broken again? Don't ask.
Yeah, how did it get broken in the first place, and how did it get broken again? What was the story on those?
No, it was broken on just that once.
Oh, okay.
And I was a goalie in a soccer game. That's the most European thing ever. We aren't playing football here. I was a goalie in a soccer game, and my team was pretty good.
All night?
And so I didn't have anything to do because they were so good that the entire game just took place on the other half of the court. So I was bored, so I was swinging from the goal until I fell from the top of the goal on my arm and broke it.
You certainly did. Wow, that was an unexpected moment. How did you get a ride in an ambulance, or did you have to get a driver? How did it all work there?
So my parents are doctors, so I called them up and then they got me to the hospital.
Oh, your parents did. Oh, well, that's good. Geez, what a freaking experience, though.
And I haven't played football since either. Not just playing piano since.
You know what? Those are trajectory changers. Those are absolute life changers when stuff like that happens. You can never go back. You can't ever see things as it was before, you know?
Yeah. First of all, I learned that I can be ambidextrous whenever it comes to computers. And that's it.
Well, ambidextrous is good. I taught myself to mouse with my left hand, so I can mouse with my left or my right hand. It took a while, though. It took months. I used to get really irritated at myself because I had way less patience with my left hand, but now it's just the same. I can use both or either.
Well, back then the mice, whatever you call a computer mouse, plural, didn't have they weren't for a certain hand. So for example, I have a right hand mouse at the moment because I have a trackball, so I can't use it with my left hand. But back then they weren't ergonomic in any way, so you could use them with your left and right hand.
Agreed. Where have I got it to? I'm assuming I just need to get these guys to over there and the white guys to over here.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
What I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that might be it, huh? That might. I gotcha. Just these guys are already here. That's what happens. You always get stuck at one point when you think you know the concept of what's going on. I have to move you back.
Don't take all night.
Oh, sir, you have no idea what you're asking of me right now. I will take as long as I need to. Everybody's gone home. That's fine. I don't mind.
It's just us and Mercris.
It's all right. He's got the questions. We're good. If you could have any fictional character as a co-host, who would it be? That would be fun. Yeah, sure. I'll take Leisure Suit Larry as a co-host, actually. I think I'd balance out rather well with him. That'd be a great time, actually. Here. There's an interview in one of the Leisure Suit Larry compilations where there's an interview between the interviewer and Larry, and it's a funny ass interview. And I always thought if he had the chance to have a bit of a stage, it would be absolute hoot.
Oh, did you see the video that was released yesterday or the day before of Mark Crow opening a sealed copy of Space Quest 3, I think, that he got back in 1999? Because on Tuesday, they're going to release Space Venture on Steam after 13 years. And
dude, we're all super stoked for that, of course.
and I already played that because I got it I was a backer of the original Kickstarter, so I got that version that's going to be available on Steam on Tuesday. So I think they're trying to do some social media promotion because they've been silent for the past 13 years or so, with just one update per year, if that, on the Kickstarter page.
Correct.
So it's nice to see them, and it's nice to see the sealed copy of Space Venture. And who knows, maybe one day I'll get my physical awards.
What were the physical rewards for that anyway?
I got a t-shirt, and I even paid like $20 extra just for the shipping.
Oh, okay.
I think I backed the $75 tier, and then I added $20 or $15 in addition to that for international shipping. So I spent $90 on Space Venture.
Take all night.
And that was the main reason why I stopped backing Kickstarter campaigns. Because it took them 13 years.
Yeah, that's a lot. And that was the nice thing about the work that we were able to. Paul did on the Phantom Fellows is it took a few years, but there was no Kickstarter, so it's okay. It's just as soon as you have a Kickstarter and people's money becomes accountable, it just becomes such a stress. It seems like Kickstarter is such a double-edged sword.
Don't take all night.
He does sound so much like Vincent Price, though, for real.
Let me know if you want me to solve the puzzle for you.
Let me know when you get tired of watching me try to solve it.
Oh, we've got an hour or so. Pepina asks, what is even this puzzle about? Well, you need to move all of the white knights to the top part of the chessboard and the black knights to the bottom part.
Oh, it's top and bottom, not right and left. Well, thank you for asking. Now I will change mine.
It's right and left, but in the form of a pyramid. So the black knights are supposed to take this part of the board, and the white knights this part, the top part. So it's like a triangle, a skewed triangle for each one of those.
Interesting. That made it not at all clear. Okay, so black knights go on the outside. I can start with that concept.
Okay, I think I can explain it better.
Okay.
Let's go from the top row. The top row is supposed to have 4 white knights and 1 black knight. Then the second row is supposed to have 3 white knights and 2 black knights. And then the third row is supposed to have 2 white knights and 3 black knights. So you see?
Oh,
like so.
Right. Okay. No, just like that. I got it. Okay. No. Let's see. So the top row, this strip here on the left has, hang on. This strip here on the left will have black knights right here.
No, just
right?
white knights.
Oh, just white knights. Okay. So the biggest question is, was I even listening when you were explaining that?
Nope, probably not.
But it might have benefited me if I did. I love a good told you so from myself.
Don't take all night.
Okay, so the top row is white and the side row is white. Okay.
the top row has 4 white knights and 1 black knight, and
Right.
the first column is totally white.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, the first column is perfect at the moment,
Right.
but the first row isn't.
Right. This all needs to be white as well.
Except for the last
Okay.
one.
Okay. Thank you. I have no idea the logic behind choosing that particular pattern. Do you?
Are we missing context? No, Pepina. There is no context to any of these puzzles. It's the word puzzles are just you figuring out random
Take
words,
all night.
and you're supposed to look for the hint book in the library and check out at least the first hint to get the sense of what you're supposed to write there.
Those deaf mutes tipped 6 pieces of 8. Shout outs to both of you for sending me broke collecting big box games. Just picked up Quest for Glory 1 to 4 Anthology plus 5 after listening to the podcast.
Wow.
Oh, heck yes. You know what? That's one gap I still have in my collection. I don't have the Quest for Glory anthology yet. I only have the CD for it. So good call. And thank you for picking up 5. 5 needs love. Give it the love. It is a good game.
It is a game. It is a game. Just like King's Quest 8. You know, I never played King's Quest 8, and I think I'm going to play it for the first time on stream.
Take all night.
You should. I loved it because it was so close to the Quest for Glory games. I loved that game. I like underdogs.
Nelson says, I'll sell my collection for 10k. You know what? Let me change the goal, the donation goal to 10k. And you're welcome to donate to that goal, Nelson, and then we'll give back your money. The worst puzzle is the microscope. No, I like the microscope puzzle. The fact that it's impossible when running on modern machines is another thing, but with ScumVM you can fix that bug. I love the microscope puzzle. I even created an app for the App Store based on the microscope puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a lot of small boxes, dude. Oh my God. I'm not even, when I talk about hundreds of boxes, I'm not including my small boxes. I don't even want to talk about my small boxes, but I have a lot. It's ridiculous.
Let's see if I remember all of the big boxes I threw away over the years.
Oh no, a sad story.
Night.
Yeah, so King's Quest 7, the localized big box. Day of the Tentacle, the localized big box. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I had the CD version, so it was the original English version.
Aww.
Rebel Assault 2. I still have the dig. I threw away my Hebrew version of Loom, but got it a few years back. What else? Neverending Story 2, which was a horrible game. Back to the Future 2,
never played
which
that.
was another horrible game. And Back to the Future 3, which was horrendous. I had...
I'm just trying to get this guy to go white now. That's what I'm working on. Trick is to divide the board into quadrant and conquer one at a time. Yeah, that definitely makes the most sense. For sure.
Nelson says, someone actually offered me $700 for my Day of the Tentacle Triangle box and $500 for the Quest for Glory trapezoid. I did think about it.
Wow.
Actually, you could have gotten the Triangle Day of the Tentacle box and the Double Fine Adventure Kickstarter I think one of the tiers was the Triangle Big Box, 1 copy from Tim.
Yeah, I don't have any odd shaped boxes like the Gabriel Knight, the funny shaped box, all of that stuff. No. But they're cool.
You know what? I'm sure retailers hated those big boxes because you can't stack them up because of those weird shapes. But those were the most memorable because I remember seeing the Gabriel Knight 1 trapezoid box on the top shelf of a random computer game store.
Yeah, I should have a copy of Monkey Island 2 because it was at a store for $40, but it happened to have been on a day where I didn't have $40. I always kind of regretted that I didn't, I don't know, hide it behind another box so I could buy it another time. It just got a black one out of there. I don't want to put another black one into there. Okay, here, I'll do this. I'll just fix this one. Put that back.
Don't take all night.
Oh yeah, Quest for Glory is easy to find, and Mask of Eternity is easy to find because they're less expensive games. I also I have like Donald Duck's Playground and Winnie the Pooh and the 100-Acre Wood and Mickey's Adventure and all of those, like the old clamshell games and stuff too. I like to collect those. Yeah. So is it all black on this side? Is that correct? No?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. All white except for one black. So now what do I do in the middle? That was a question for you, Daniel.
I was reading Nelson's message. Okay, so the second one, the second row from the left, needs to have 4 white knights and 1 black knight. So the black knight at the bottom is in the right spot.
Okay, and these get to be white.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Don't take all night.
I had the Monkey
And
Island
then I have
2.
a bunch of what's that?
I had the Monkey Island 2 big box as well.
Ooh, see, that's a really good one. I have the Toonstruck big box. I'm just looking at the shelf next to me. That's my offs. I have a triple back of Larry. That's a Sierra made Quest Leisure Suit Larry 1, 2, and 3, which I never see around. And Panzer General 1. Got Civ 6 because it has the coins. Circle of Blood, the British version. Heart of China, and the other one that goes with it. A bunch of those. The Gene Machine. Nobody has the Gene Machine. Nobody ever even talks about that game. Nobody even knows about that game.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful British adventure, much in a line drawing style, kind of like The Last Express or something like that. It's really nice. It's a good game.
So Nelson says the 7th guest big box in book format with the secret compartment that has the VHS is super cool. Mine is a bit beat up. I have that. Actually, when I got the Gabriel Knight Mysteries big box for $50, I got the 7th guest in that same shipment for the same $50.
Ooh. That's a good one. I have Starship Titanic, and it has the sealed cassette tapes and the 3D glasses. I have 2 copies of that because I'm a Douglas Adams obsessive. I have everything that he does, all of his games and Bureaucracy and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Infocom and all of his books and all of his Dirk Gently books and even The Salmon of Doubt, which he never finished.
Wait, you can move the one at the bottom?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going for right here.
Wow.
And
You're
that's
actually
that line.
solving this puzzle.
With a little help from my friends.
No one helped you. You're doing this on your own.
All right, what's the next line? Non-helper.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, okay.
Don't take all night.
Now what?
Well, does that...
Okay, so the first row is great. The fourth row is also done. Yeah, and the center square has to be empty.
Okay.
So we need to find a way to switch between the white knight and the black knight over here. And move this one as well from this place. So if we empty,
can try that.
I can't because I have nothing to move to that location. If I move that, no,
I've blocked us there. I'm just going to respond that you got Starship Titanic from a local seller that was just a Douglas Adams fan, but was 70 years old. You know what? There's something special about Douglas Adams fans. Somebody sent me like an unopened box of Douglas Adams, you know, the trading cards that they released in the 90s that were like the hand-drawn comic style of all of the characters. And he gave me all of them, a whole box unopened, just to see if I could get a signed card, because there's a randomly Douglas Adams signed card in there. I didn't, by the way, and I opened up all of the packets and it was marvelous. It was amazing.
Okay, if I move that.
It's like Red Dwarf. If people like Douglas Adams, usually they like Red Dwarf. It's like, I don't know, you know what? There's something about like people in this genre that like all the same weird things. It's kind of cool. I grew up with Red Dwarf too, so. See, I thought I had it so close. Oh, I see. From A1, go up first and not sideways, right from the beginning there. That would have made sense.
Now the only thing that needs to be done is move this one to this place.
Okay.
But it's impossible to do that.
Right, we've locked ourselves, haven't we?
So we need to free up this location.
Otherwise, we can back out of the puzzle having spent this much time on it and go back in following the directions.
Wait. Let me give it a go.
Please, I would love to see that.
If we mess things up,
take all night.
Then we'll restart the puzzle. I'll brute force it. That's the only way to solve these puzzles.
Yes, Red Dwarf, Farscape, Stargate, all that stuff. That's all the good stuff. That is. And I mean, I've made all my kids suffer through all of Red Dwarf. I even make them watch the new episodes with Dave TV and the Promised Lands. And you know what? I don't care. If it's in there, I'll watch it, I'll play it, I'll love it. I don't know. For me, it was whatever my dad was into growing up is what I was into. I'm a total daddy's girl. That was just like action games and Wolfenstein and Doom and all the cool stuff. And I was lucky.
So you play Doom?
I have all various iterations of it because I've been a fan since the beginning. I have like the original Blake Stone game with like the comic and everything.
I love Blake Stone.
Yeah, me too. I like it. And even the old Apogee games, just a little bit of fun, play around with Duke Nukem and all the other stuff. I don't know. It's all fun. Wolfenstein. I liked Max Payne and Half-Life and, you know, all that kind of action stuff. I have all of those too. How available is Red Dwarf? Well, it's on BritBox, and you can do a free trial for a week, so you can like cram in as much as you want. I used to get them from the library because they'd have them available at the library. Fortunately, I have a friend who has a Plex who's obsessed with British television. Ooh, we'll start again, yes. And they gave me access to all the Red Dwarf episodes. And I mean, Dave TV. I don't even know how to get Dave TV, though. The Promised Land was worth watching, too, even though it was a terrible movie. Like, I watched it, and I was like, this should have been an amazing movie. It was awful, but watch it anyway. Oh, Wolfenstein. I haven't played any of the reboots. I played the original Wolfenstein games. I don't have any of them anymore, though. All of the games I used to have, the big boxes I got rid of, I put them in the CD holder, where you slide in the CDs. So there's like evidence of 50 big boxes I recycled just in the fact that I still have the CDs.
So that's how they move.
This is nice. I can talk and Daniel has to do the thinking. This is great. This is how you host it. I mean, you're hosting. This is great.
Get a hint that you don't want to be in control.
No, I like being in control. I don't mind. I'll share the control with you. It's got to be mutual control. Oh, I also collect strategy guides since we're on the subject of collecting things. I have a lot for all of the Sierra games and all the different versions for all the Sierra games and LucasArts games and SimCities and, random strategy guides, Diablo and,
I have a question
anything
for
related. Yes.
What's your favorite big box?
By looks and by design, my favorite one, the original Hero's Quest, but before they changed the name, when you've got the big monster on the front and the hero on it, it would definitely be that one. Although it's in competition with Quest for Glory 2, but yeah, Quest for Glory 1.
Wait,
how about you? What's your favorite?
Is it your favorite one because you're emotionally attached to it, or because it's the most visually attractive?
It's both. I have a hard time separating the two.
Really? Because there can be bad big boxes, big boxes with bad design that aren't as nice to look at as other big boxes, but you just like the game or the story behind you getting that game.
Wizardry 1 is a beautiful box because it's all embossed. It's got like the metallic in it and the green and the red, and it's really visually striking, but I've never played the game itself.
Nelson knows. Nelson says the correct answer is the dig. That's the only...
Oh man, if I had it, it should be.
That's the only acceptable answer here.
I have the book, but that's it. Oh, and I also collect novelizations of games as well. Any games that I can find. I even got the novelization of Myst randomly in a thrift shop for 50 cents a little while ago.
Wow. That's so random.
It was super random. Half the cover was ripped. I don't think anybody knew what it was. I'm like, I'm taking this home. This baby needs a place to go. I like finding the lost lambs in the vintage stores. The single CD or just like the instruction manual out of a game. I have a whole file of just random things like that too.
Don't take all night.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know there was a book until I found it. What is that internet video? Derek Smart's Desktop Commander. It's hard to watch because they stomp and destroy 30 big box games. It's so sad. It's like Sierra putting all the games in the big dump afterwards when everything all went downhill, man. Makes me cry. Even Ken. I mean, yeah, it's a whole thing. I remember in the book.
I was about to ask Ken about that, but he was so apologetic about everything that I just gave him a break. Why'd you run Sierra into the ground, Ken?
Okay, guilty pleasure, non-gaming hobby, but it has to be guilty because I go to the gym a lot and I don't feel guilty for that. The baking, but it's not really guilty. Guilty pleasure. I love talking to people endlessly, and that's not a guilty pleasure. I smoke weed. I guess that's a guilty pleasure. Does that count?
You said it on a live stream. Now everyone knows.
Oh, I say it on my podcast too. I don't care. It's not illegal here or anything. It'd be like me saying I'm having a beer, or I don't drink alcohol. So
I know. I'm kidding.
It's got to be something. No, the gym is not for feeling guilty. Yeah, well, you know what? I just made a whole new routine too. I've been kicking my ass. I'm actually sitting here feeling like I can't even move because of my workout yesterday. But guess what? I don't have to do my workout this morning because I'm here on a stream.
So that's why you want to schedule a stream. To have a
It's
great
true. My
excuse
husband's at
for
the gym right
skipping
now
your...
without me. It's true. Oh, Mega Race 1, that's good too. Seventh Guess was your first CD-ROM game? Oh, you know what my
Don't
first
take
CD-ROM
all
game was?
night.
I don't even know what
I
it
think
would have been.
Mine was Monkey Island 1.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything was on discs before that. The Quest for Glory anthology that one of you mentioned you'd had, that I only have the CD of. Actually, it's funny because I had Quest for Glory 4 and it didn't work because of Error 47. It was at the goo. I couldn't slide down and I couldn't play it for ages. And then a bus driver friend of mine randomly said, "Hey, I have this Quest for Glory anthology on CD. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yes." So that's how I ended up finally being able to finish the series. The first 4.
Oh no, actually, my first CD-ROM game was the Sherlock Holmes FMV game. Do you remember that one?
Hey, I have, well, is that the Serrated Scalpel? I have that one in big box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. It was also a random find. That was $10 at Salvation Army like 8 months ago. I'm like, oh my God, is that the Serrated Scalpel just sitting there? Yes, please. It was so random. This island is a treasure. See, I feel better now. You have a walkthrough and you still haven't completed it. Phew.
Wait, we were just here.
Oh no, you're going to hate my answer. It's such a repeat one. If I could live in any fictional world, where would I pick? Gloriana. Hands down. That's a crazy wild world of monsters, and I want to sleep at Arena's Peace, and I want to eat at the inn at the tavern. Oh, playing a friend at your best friend's, that is the absolute best memories. I love that stuff too. I had only one friend who had an Apple computer, and I'd play games at her house. I still remember that to this day. I don't even know her last name. I can't even find her on Facebook, but I had so much fun playing computer games with her.
Pepina says, I remember playing Lost Eden at my best friend's house. Memories. Yeah, we talked about Lost Eden yesterday, I think. Because it was by Cryo Entertainment, who did Dune.
Dune's good too. I have the books, but I didn't play the game until way, way later.
Which one?
Just the first one.
You mean the best one?
It was amazing. I really, really liked that game. I thought it was funny how formal it is when you were talking to your parents. Like, it's like introducing, this is your mother. But otherwise, it was a fun game. I liked it.
I'm the Duke Leto Atreides, your father. Well, he's 17 years old. You need to stop introducing yourself like that.
I know, please. I think he knows it by now. That made me laugh.
So we have this one. C1.
At my best friend's, I played Cross Country Canada and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and the original Zork game. Those were the 3 games that her dad allowed her to have because she was only allowed educational software and typing games. As a hero, honestly, for real, my hero as a kid was Roberta Williams because she was on the boxes. And my hero was Al Lowe, and my heroes were the Coles, and it was everybody on the back of a Sierra game box. The 2 guys from Andromeda, I was obsessed with them. I wanted them to be my friends. I didn't have toys, so I used to daydream that I'd hang out with the whole crew that would make the Sierra games, and we'd like all hang out and talk about it together. Like, I respected them more than the characters because the characters weren't real. So I used to go around pretending like I'd make my own pig nose and stuff because I never had the feelies from in the games. I didn't have those in the used versions my dad got. So those were like, for real, those were my heroes. And Roberta, a female game dev, come on, like everything about that. Might and Magic 3, yes, I spend millions of hours on Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Our whole family play the second one and the third one together as a hotspot game. Like, we all play Hot Seat, and the games will go for 10 or 20 hours, and we'll just leave it all day while we are working and doing other stuff. Yeah, we're pretty obsessed with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and Civ 3. Those are the games we probably spend the most time on as a family because of Hot Seat. It's a great way for my husband and my dad and my son and myself to all get together. We even bring other people into it. We've had like 7 or 8 people at once in on a Heroes 3 game. But usually what we do is first we fight off every one of the AI, and then we do a Royal Rumble where all of the humans will meet. Like, we'll be like, meet us at this island, and then we'll all go in and we'll just do a Royal Rumble. Whoever's standing last wins. And then, you know, it's a fun way to do it. Hang out with your family and stuff.
Don't take all night.
We should play Rama next.
yeah, you're going to be done streaming that, and then I'll start streaming that, and nobody's going to watch it because they're going to be like, we've already seen other people do it and better than you.
You'd think that there'd be tons of Rama playthroughs online, but there aren't that many.
That is funny. Yes, I always like the extra large map. I always play with the biggest of the big. Give me all the resources. We just do random map. I mean, if I'm playing by myself, I've already done the scenarios, you know, a bunch of times, but the scenarios are funny. I think the creators for Heroes are just absolutely delightful. They've put so many funny jokes in there and just little nods to other things. It's such a treat. Daniel thought we would finish the game, but we won't even finish the puzzle. Yeah, exactly, Merchris. I'm feeling okay right now, though, because I had no walkthrough. So
I was way too optimistic.
Yeah, open world enthusiast, which is funny because I get overwhelmed with open worlds. Like, for example, when I play a game like Baldur's Gate, I find it really, really big, and like, I love Baldur's Gate. It's a great game, but it's just such a huge game and there's so much to do and there's no real direction. Like, at least in a game like Final Fantasy, if you go somewhere you're not supposed to go, everything will kill you. So you're like, oh, clearly I'm not supposed to be here yet. Because I've played all the Final Fantasy games and Chrono Trigger and all that stuff. You did. You found the PSA. It's been stuck in my head till I talked about that. Don't you put it in your mouth. No, wait, I won't sing it twice in a row. I already did that once. Red Dead 2. I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 yesterday because I have to play it for the podcast, and my son's already completed the game like 6 times with everything. But I'm deep into finishing up chapter 2 again on Red Dead, and I'm just having an absolute blast riding my horse and killing stuff. I love
Last week when we played The Seventh Guest on stream, we talked about PSAs, and then I played the one from He-Man. And
that was so good. What a perfect ending.
And then the day after, on Saturday, we streamed Rama. And I told Noah and Paul about our decision to play a PSA at the end of each live stream. And they were up for it, so we played the whole Don't Put It in Your Mouth PSA in that live stream.
Don't take
so
all
good.
Night.
Dragon Age, yeah. I've just played Dragon Age Origins. I finished the first one and it was lovely. I'm looking forward to going further into the series. You know, it's only because of games like Baldur's Gate that I ever started getting into that. And I mean, it's only because of Quest for Glory that I even cared about this type of a genre. And Ultima. I played the Ultima games growing up. I mean, a lot of people did.
Okay, and are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm back.
Okay. I'll let you have the final move, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So we got
Oh,
three
it
more
looks so
moves.
satisfyingly organized now. Look at that.
Okay,
It's so fun to be asked. Go ahead. What is it?
I'll let you
Long-lasting.
guess the last move.
I'll see if I can figure it out. Thanks. Yay! Good job, guys.
We're 2 hours into the live stream.
We really are almost. Ooh.
Demonetized. The water sound effects don't make any sense.
Well,
That was worth playing a puzzle for 1 hour.
it was. Okay, so now I would go back to the games room because that's where they said they might be, right?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. All right.
But
Now I
we're
know
going
there's a
back to the
shortcut.
library.
Oh, does that not take me to the games room? Okay,
No, it
the
takes
games
you to
room
the
is
library.
upstairs. Right.
Thank you for that, Anna.
You're welcome. Anytime. Her hair did look a little bit dry, didn't it? It was totally worth it. Uh-oh, should I be... Yeah, I've heard things about the newer Dragon Age games, and I heard they don't fully continue your character like they do in Quest for Glory. I've always wanted another game that would actually, for real, continue your character. I know there's Mass Effect, but I'm not sure that they do it in quite the same way or not. I haven't played Mass Effect yet. Is the games room upstairs then?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was the kind of help I was hoping for. Thank you. Fine.
When was the last time you played Phantasmagoria 2?
I think I did an episode on it for the podcast, so it must have been right before that. And I remember liking it a lot more than the first one because
Wait,
I felt
that
it
your-
had that eerie quality.
Was that your first playthrough of the game?
Yeah, my first ever.
So you just played it that once?
I've only played it once.
Okay. You know, I'm always looking for excuses to play Phantasmagoria 2 again and again on stream. So if you want to play a really good game after this one, we can always play Phantasmagoria 2.
Sure.
And
I'm
we'll
sure
bring
people would like to see me play a game that I can actually progress in.
and we're gonna get Lorelei Shannon to play with us.
That would be amazing. I had her on the panel and she was late, so I didn't end up getting a chance to have as much conversation with her as I wanted. I love her. I met her, I've been to 2 Sierra parties with her now. I met her the first time in 2018 2018 she came to an outdoor party we had, and she was there and Metal Jesus was there and Al Lowe was there. And then we had another party in 2019 at Heather's house, and she was there again and just signing books and having conversations like she wasn't the coolest person in the room.
Having conversations with Curtis.
Yeah. Okay, I can do this. trying to go back upstairs is all. I have such trouble for some reason getting to the stairs every time.
Go straight ahead towards that window, then look back.
Okay. Mass Effect are good. The stats change because they redid the leveling mechanics. It's still flawed, but a good series. Yeah, I should totally try that. I have the box set, the tin, so I've been meaning to. Oops, not that way. Shit. I don't go that way. This way.
We don't use curse words on the live stream itself. Oh. You're only allowed to say fuck 3 times per sentence.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Fuck that.
I'm used to turning it on and off, just, easy for me.
It's weird. Whenever I upload a video to YouTube, then you can submit your rating. Like, you need to follow a set of rules, and according to that, they give a rating to your video. And according to that, advertisers choose whether or not to advertise on your video. So one of the things one of the guidelines is that you're not allowed to say fuck in the first 7 minutes of that video. And I wonder if that's the guidelines you guys are following in your podcast, because you always censor curse words in the first couple of minutes, but then you go to town. So are you following YouTube's guidelines?
No, I think we're following whatever Paul finds funny in the moment. If he thinks it's funnier to beep it, he'll beep it. See, look, we're back here again. Isn't that great?
You guys should have like the Ransom Unbeeped DLC for your podcast.
It would give us something to put on to Patreon.
Yeah. Actually, it's great. Just start cursing, swearing throughout the entire episode, and then Patreon members could get the uncensored episode.
Yeah.
And
oh no, don't stop. I was trying to go to the stairs. Please, God, help me. I'm trapped. All right, just a minute. That's terrible. You poor people.
Wait, why'd you stop the real Canadian rage? I used to swear a lot during streams, not so much anymore. Okay.
The first time I ever remember swearing, I was on my way to school in grade 4 with my friend Robin, and I tripped on something and I went, oh, fuck. And she said, congratulations. And she gave me a huge hug and she said, you're finally cool.
The thing is, over here, kids use English words as standard words. So, for example, you can hear a kid say shit when something falls, and that's the equivalent of a kid saying damn over there. But over here, kids say shit and fuck all the time.
I've noticed that, actually. It's funny because I've always had such a protocol of where and when to use those types of words, and so... Okay, let's not go into the pool table this time. Nope, no painting. I've just walked into this room. I did the chess game. There we go.
Pretty balloon, Sonny. Here's a nice one. Pretty balloon.
Right on.
Well, now I have to hear that curse word, those diff mutes.
Yeah. I already know what it is. I have Australian friends, but I'm going to agree. Yes, it shouldn't be taken that seriously here. the dumbest thing I believed it as a kid. I thought that people peed at each other to have sex.
What?
I thought that for like
what?
the longest time. Yeah, no, I really did. That's what I thought.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's terrible. I had a friend sit me down and have a really good conversation about it with me one day, and was like, "No, girl, you
When
need to
I
go,
was
like..."
30.
When I was 30, yeah, I'd had a bunch of kids, but I still never figured it out.
I just kept peeing on people.
Yeah, I just kept peeing on people, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No big deal. This is just the way the world works, so be quiet and take it."
Ooh.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. This is a cheerful room.
Give up?
Okay, this is a flippy puzzle. I have to make a castle.
A burned down castle.
A burned down castle. It's a common stereotype about German erotica. I didn't know that, actually. Okay. Okay, well, let me click on something. Okay.
Okay, just so you know, there is no walkthrough for this puzzle because it's randomized. And so
Right, I can see.
whenever we finish this puzzle, then we'll end the stream. So that could be
That sounds reasonable.
10 minutes from now
We have no idea.
or 5 days from now. It's up to you.
Okay, well, first off, I guess I should try to get them all into the same scene so I can start merging them.
Zero Cleft says, well, this conversation has gone to a place I wasn't expecting. Well, you should watch the live stream of the Leisure Suit Larry 7 live stream I did with Al.
That'll go places.
That went places.
Okay, we're close. One more, and that's the same. But now those are different.
Have you played the 13th doll? I think we started it on the mini marathon we did. I think the 13th doll is proof that not too many people liked the 11th hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they did a Kickstarter. I'm not sure if I told this story. I told this story on a stream. I'm not sure if it was on this live stream with you.
No, I don't think so. I haven't heard it.
They did a Kickstarter for back in the day when Tim Schafer got his Double Fine Adventure funded. Then everyone started doing adventure game Kickstarters. So they did one for the 7th Guest 3. And they asked for, I think, $300,000 or $500,000. And then they didn't meet their goal, and so the Kickstarter was not funded. And then a few months after that, they decided to take it down a notch and just call it a Kickstarter for the first chapter or episode 1 or whatever. And they asked for $60,000, not the $300,000 or $400,000. So it was supposed to get funded because, you know, if people were willing to pay $200,000, then getting 60,000 shouldn't be that much of a problem. But that wasn't funded either.
Oh no.
So
maybe it was timing. What year was it?
I think it was 2013, 2014. Anyway.
See, that was early. I think there's a lot of projects that weren't funded then that could have been funded now because it was so new.
So anyway, a group of fans decided to create the 13th doll and get the creators of the 7th guest approval for it. And so they got the approval, and the 13th doll, which is the unofficial sequel to the 11th Hour, is fan-made.
I didn't know that at all. Right. Oh yeah, you did mention it briefly, but I don't think I fully clued in. That's unusual. Oops, why did you flip back to that? Damn it.
Zero Cleft asks, have you convinced Paul to play Leisure Suit Larry yet? No, he'll never play it. He doesn't see the appeal in that game. Or the
there we go.
That it's not that straightforward. Yeah, Zero Cleft. That's for Double Fine Adventure. Everyone started abusing it. That's why the first Kickstarter I ever funded was the Double Fine Adventure. And the second and last Kickstarter I pledged to was Space Venture. Space Venture broke me. The fact that, after a year or so, we got the gist of what was going on, and we knew that it was going to take several years. Didn't think it was going to take 13 years, but sure.
But sure. I have them all flipped around, but what I'm not understanding is I'm trying to recreate the original picture.
Those deaf mutes, I'm not sure if you're asking Anna or me. I'll answer and then I'll let Anna answer. Have you seen Double Fine Psychodicy? It's such a great documentary series. Quite the commitment, though. Yeah, it's a 33 or 34 episode documentary on YouTube about the production of Psychonauts 2. I saw it 4 times already, from beginning to end. That's like 30 hours of footage. And I remember in the second or third viewing, I started to dissect every frame, and I started asking Tim Schafer about weird things that were happening in the background. So, for example, I saw a VHS tape that said Grim Fandango, and I wanted to know what was on that tape.
Phantasmagoria 2? Puzzle of Flesh? What the hell is this?
One day, you guys gotta try Dragon Lore. That game is unique.
Thank you,
I've never heard of it.
Wait, you solved it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Amazingly, I didn't even mean to. I just made them all the same, and then I hit a thing, and then there it went. So, yes. Oh my god, I solved it on my own. You guys, wow. I solved one on my own.
Wow. Well done.
Thank you.
We didn't even get a cutscene out of it, right?
No, nothing at all. Double Fine, right? I showed Daniel that I had a copy of one of the Double Fine games still sealed, the Broken Age from the Kickstarter, but that's really all I think I have.
Okay. Very well. Let's do a Wheel of
that was
Daniel.
Great. Let's do it.
Save. Anna, 3.
Oh, I didn't solve it? Is that why? it just disappeared because I didn't do it right. I didn't solve it. I was supposed to get a cutscene.
Oh, man.
You thought
Forget
you were
about
getting
the
off
Wheel,
easy.
Daniel. No one's getting anything until we solve this puzzle.
Nope.
Okay, you want me to give it a try?
Sure, if you want, that would make it easier.
I think it follows the same logic as the coffin puzzle we did last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Actually, we didn't even reach our goal. So now's the time to help us reach our goal. Then we'll do a Wheel of Daniel.
That'd be a good idea if I want any chance of coming back. Gotta earn my keep here, boys and girls. Oh, start by flipping the columns until the center row pictures is correct. Then flip the top row, it's correct. Then do the same. See, I should have done it in order. I was just kind of doing it haphazard too, wasn't I?
I'm going to have to start again.
Start by flipping the columns until the center row.
I'm still going to keep how proud I felt when I thought I finished the puzzle. I needed that win today, so I'm keeping it.
Okay, start off by flipping the columns until the center row of the picture is correct. So currently, center row.
Oh, I'm glad you looked up Space Venture then. You know what? I played the demo when it first came out, and I was so intrigued by the idea. You know, the last time I woke up extra early because I was so excited to play a computer game was when there was the Road to Redemption was put out by Lori and Corey, because I was just so excited to get back into one of their worlds, and I'm going to feel the same way with Space Venture.
CJ tipped $20. Gonna try the 7th guest on VR right now. Aha.
Oh, thank you, CJ.
Nice.
Let us know if the 7th guest on VR is better than this. Okay, so we did the center row, right? That's correct. Right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Okay, then flip the top row until it's correct. Okay. Oh, but it messes up my center.
Passed. I didn't know about that. You loved Road to Redemption too? Oh, good. Oh, is that you, Helen? Hi.
Yeah, it's Helen.
I loved that game. I thought it was so much fun. No, I haven't any of the Dragon's Dogma games. Not at all. Never even heard of them, really. Hey, good to see you. I'm glad we're streaming at a time where, you know, other people can show up that maybe weren't able to make it to streams during the week or at different times. So I appreciate that.
You can flip
flip them horizontally.
Oh, that's the thing.
Zero Cleft tipped $5.
Thank you,
thank
Zero
you.
Cleft. No donation message?
Yeah, where'd it go?
Just throwing money at us? Thank you, Zero Cleft. Okay.
Oh, a 4 a.m. stream? Definitely nap after this. You deserve a good nap after watching people puzzle over 2 puzzles in 2 hours. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. That's okay. You don't have to have anything to say. The fact that you are here and you support it, that says volumes right there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Zero Cleft. I appreciate it.
And we got amazing games as giveaways. We got Prim.
Prim is beautiful. We had the dev on the podcast. It was Jonas is lovely. It was a great conversation.
And we have Leisure Suit Larry 7 and Freddy Farkas.
Class games. Larry 7 is a beautiful time. It was like playing a cartoon. I think Freddy Farkas was a bit like that too, actually. They're both really good games. We still have to do a Freddy Farkas episode for the podcast.
You can watch my playthrough of the game with the developers and with Allo.
Yeah, I stopped in on that one and how to watch it because I'm obsessed with the fact that you bring in the devs to play their own games. I love those streams. I think they're so much fun. It's like you do that in your interviews. You'll show pictures and give them these little personal moments or a memory. Like I've seen it happen. They'll just start laughing out of nowhere and go, "Oh my gosh, where did you get that? How did you get that? Let's talk about that t-shirt." Like it's such a great and it's super unique to the videos that you've done. Like I don't see other digital interviewers pulling stuff like that, not in the game world especially.
Well, thank you for your kind words. And the point of the text play sessions is to have the developers themselves get frustrated by the puzzles that we were frustrated by back in the day.
Exactly. It's so satisfying too. You're like, damn it, I knew this was hard. I knew this was hard.
Oh man, crap. Okay, clear your schedule, Anna. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, we're in now.
Wait, so what happened? I wasn't paying any attention to you solving the puzzle. What happened? You just stopped. It just gave up.
He just said you're too stupid. Please try again.
Saki tipped $5. Can't think of anything silly enough to say.
Thank you, Zuki. Wait. Look at that.
Oh.
Here goes. Oh, snap.
Ooh.
Things are happening.
All the way around.
I'm starting to lose faith.
What's happening? That was a lot for all of that.
Wait. Oh. That last one.
Yeah, last one.
Can I flip just the last one? Ooh. I don't know what that did.
There we go. That did it, I think. No, it had it. Maybe flip it B. No, that would flip the rest of the row.
Let's flip B. Wait, can I flip? I can't flip B. I can only flip the edges.
You can flip from the top row. The top dots. Oh, you can't do it on the same row. Yeah, I see.
If I'll flip it from the top, it's going to flip the entire column. And we're beyond that. We just need that first row solved. Ooh, ooh.
Oh.
God damn it.
Come on, I want the dopamine hit. Give it to me.
Okay, so I think
if you flip the bottom right to flip the top right, you can get it. Okay.
But now this row is messed up. And we also
I'm guessing each.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
was just saying, and so each of these flips have like 4 sides. You can tell we're both interviewers. Yeah, like a fucked up Rubik's Cube. Oh man, my middle son does Rubik's Cubes. He does it in like, seconds, how they do that magic thing with them. So he started collecting all these wild Rubik's Cubes they were like in the shapes of triangles and octagons and tiny little squares, and he can solve all of them. He taught me some of the basic pattern on how to do it, but I'm not good with the finishing move.
Okay. No. Screw you, game.
He's in university doing getting his computer science degree, and he's taking a side course in something to do with cryptography. Funny enough, I mean, he was just talking about it at some point last week. I'm not good at tracking which courses he's in and stuff, but that's something that he's super interested in some way. I don't even know a lot about it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, he's 1 year away from getting his degree. Woohoo! Yeah, you're so close.
How
it's just
old
that
is
one.
He?
Alex, my middle son, is going to be 24. Just about.
Wow.
But he's self-directed. He's paid for his whole university education, and he has like tons of money in RESPs and savings. He's worked since he was little. All we do is we let him stay here, but he's also very helpful here at the house. He works full-time. He has the bakery job, and he's handy to have around. I'm going to miss him. He's apparently going to move to Montreal with his partner when he's graduated. So.
Wow. Anna, you're a great mother. Has anyone told you that?
I don't know. I don't usually ask for that or talk about it, but thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I love my kids. I think they're great, interesting individuals.
I'm going to have
even
to
if Alex doesn't play classic adventure games. There we go. No? Was that it?
No.
Looks like it.
Well, no, we had to restart the puzzle because Zuki looked up a walkthrough and it says that if you end up with an odd square, you need to restart.
Oh.
So we have to restart. I'm going to have to try again.
How did I do it? I just decided I hated other people's kids, and if I hated mine, I would have been really, really disappointed. So I made sure to not hate mine. And then they're good kids. There was a book called I Hate Other People's Children. I remember reading it when I was younger, and I'm like, yeah, I do hate other people's children.
But once you pinpoint what you hate about them, then you know what to do in order for your kids to not be like those kids.
I just treated them like adults from when they were little. I also don't repeat myself. I don't really believe in it. I don't like apologies, and I don't like excuses. I like involving them in the life. I don't run a dictatorship. I run a community here.
Wait, you don't like apologies? You don't like getting them or asking for them?
I don't like getting them. I don't like asking for them. I like nothing to do with them. An apology is just an excuse to do something again. It's either have a discussion, change your behavior, or if I don't like that you keep repeating something, I don't need to be around it, because it's not up to me to make another person be somebody that they're not either. Everybody's their own person. So it's up to me wherever my lines I have to draw are. It's like a funny mixture of strictness and complete freedom. Like, I don't have video game restrictions on my kid or nothing. Like, everybody does what they do, but everybody gets involved when everybody's needed. It's a community spirit.
That's so awesome.
Well, thank you.
And that is a great approach.
A farmstead. We do work like that. We're self-employed. So my husband and I, we work on our own, and we always took the kids just to the shop with us, taught them how to use drills and work and, make them self-sufficient. We've never had to leave to go to another job in a long time. So it's easy to run the house like that. And we live in a multi-generational home that we're constantly under renovations for. We just finished our kitchen, which is really exciting. Very exciting, actually, to have running water and a dishwasher. But we do it all ourselves. Yeah, I can see this is clearly the easiest puzzle in the game. My brow's sweating with how hard this is right now. Oh, you know what? Being more lenient with your grandkids than your own kids, that's the thing. I have a spread, right? So my youngest, who's 14, I've treated him like my grandkid since the moment he was born. It's definitely he's the one that comes to me and he's like, can you believe how stupid these other people are? Not like that, we'd say it, but I don't know. I've always totally treated him grandsonish. I really like that. Third kids are fun.
Bye, Dimitri. Thanks for joining.
Have a good night. Thank you. Have a good rest.
Wait, so the top row is...
Hey.
The bottom row is correct. The top row is kind of correct.
Having kids is overrated, and it's a lot of work. I mean, do it if you want to and don't if you don't. I think everybody's wonderful and interesting in their own way. I mean, I've had 3 different boys with 3 different guys. I'm the kingmaker. I'm just going to do what I do. I'm not having any more, though. I'm done now. I'm too old now.
Stop peeing on people.
I will. I will stop, and I'll stop letting them pee on me. Yeah, the worst thing to do is not want your kids. Exactly. That's a tricky one. Or and I mean, there's stuff happens, and I could never judge anybody else's situation, and everybody has a very personal story. But for me, I want to enjoy the people that I'm around, and I like to enjoy them. Like, for example, all my kids, I have a playlist in YouTube, and each of them is titled their names, and whenever they have a new song they like, they'll send it to me. And whenever I'm out with them, I watch their movies and I listen to their music too. And they humor me listening to my stuff and watching my vintage games and stuff. So it's like understanding where the kids are coming from. Anyways, my point is the best playlist and the best music that I have is music from my kids. It makes me not get old and not be stuck in the same place all the time. It's because some people just want to listen to whatever they used to listen to, and I want to listen to what other people are listening to right now and at all different ages.
There was a study that showed that people don't appreciate new music after The age of 33.
That's what they say. And you know what? You listen to my current playlist and not a damn thing on it is anything that is even made before
I'm
5
going to
years
have to
ago
start
right
again.
now. But I like to just crank it up and just hear. And then like my youngest, he likes Russian revolutionary military music mostly. So like
What?
his playlist is wild. He's a very unusual child.
That's so random. How did he find out about it in the first place?
Well, I mean, my heritage, I'm Russian and Polish. So through, and I like obscure things. So I would show him funny little internet videos and obscure songs. And he just started getting into like the Volga March and all that, and then started finding people making fun of stuff. And then he started finding the real stuff. And then he started getting into propaganda music and propaganda cartoons and all that. So he's heavy into that now. Just history. We're all obsessed with history in this family. It's always documentaries if there's something on the TV, and we like learning about where human beings have been and where we're going, because you can just see we're just repeating stuff, right? And whatever it is you believe in, whoever it is you believe in, I don't care. I don't judge anybody. You can love, hate, or want whatever you want for it, but I think the biggest thing is just to be able to talk about it openly and have disagreements, or just to be open to not shut anybody down for any kind of opinion in any way, shape, or form. And so a lot of what we do as a family is just sit around and talk and debate and have opinions and understand that all of us are okay, even if we don't agree with it. I think there needs to be a lot more of that kind of discourse in real life.
Sounds like you have a very healthy family.
Wow. Well, thank you for saying so. I do enjoy them. I think if it's easy for me. Like I live in a place where I'm like, oh, if I don't like my situation, I'll just change it, and it's easy. Or if I don't like this, I'll just do something about it. And life's not always like that. You kind of have to be like, well, this really sucks, or I'm stuck in this situation. So how can I not be like terribly depressed over it? How can I find the optimism in it? And so, that's kind of what I try to do. Internet gave us brain rot. Yeah. Exactly.
Zero Left says that music peaked with Celine Dion. Yeah.
Well, I missed most of the music. I grew up listening to the Beatles. That's all I listened to until the 90s is the Beatles. So I missed the 70s, I missed the 80s. It was just the Beatles and only the Beatles. And I now know every single song they've ever written and all the harmony. And I've read all the books, and I'm obsessed with all of them, like on a big time level. So like my music started with that and choir music, because I was in a Russian Orthodox choir. So all the music was like in Russian. My mom used to transcribe it. So it was like a really unusual time. But then I went into the 90s and it hit straight into the heavy metal and rap and stuff.
Wait, do you still know Russian?
Very little. Just some lines from church. Christos voskresis, voistinos voskresis. Christ is risen, indeed he is risen. Religious stuff. That's really all. My grandmother was very careful to only speak English in front of me because she was a Canadian, you see. She wasn't from Almaty, she was a Canadian. So it was her rule. And as a kid, you don't know any different. Like I didn't say, hey, maybe you should respect your culture and talk in Russian and try to teach me. But she says, no, I don't want to teach you Russian. You have to be good at English. That was important to her. You did a Rachmaninoff song in a choir? Oh my God, Rachmaninoff. Yeah, that's my mom has been learning his music by listening to it and playing it because she's crazy on the piano and she does things like that. She dreams in Rachmaninoff. I swear to you, it's wild. Have I seen Ringo Starr? No, I've never seen any of them in person, but I just got the newest CD from the library of his stuff, and I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Well, they say whenever there's one odd square, you have to restart.
I'm going to have to start again.
Okay, I'm gonna give this one last try. So how do you like the game so far, Anna?
The
Is it
company's
everything you
great.
hoped for?
It is. It's. I mean, honestly, I'm here for the cutscenes, and I like watching you do just as difficult as much like as it was for me.
The word
That
is
helps.
poorly. Poorly is the word you're looking for.
My mom learned Russian, even though she's not Russian, by going to university to get a degree in music. And she like actually learned how to speak and read Russian as a part of it as an adult, which I was always in awe of because that's such a difficult language. My mom's like a genius though, so.
Okay.
I'm not. You've seen me do this game. I'm not a genius. I just like people. I like to talk. I love people. People is my thing.
Look at that. Top row.
Well.
Correct.
Hey.
Center
You've
row.
got it. It's got to.
Let's see. Come on. Let's do this.
Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Oh. Yeah, baby. You got
That's
it.
not cricket, is it?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well done.
Dolls! Why would Stoff keep this room, a room filled with dolls, locked? Unless... Oh no! I know what this is! I know what these dolls are! Don't you see? Don't you see what this is? They're the...
I love my mommy. Where's my mommy?
I know that voice. She lived next door to us. And Samantha, she got sick and... Oh no! The dolls!
Are the children! The children's spirits became these dolls! That was his deal. Stoff took the children, but not all of them. Only a certain number. And...
That's it! A certain number.
What? What was that you just said?
For tonight, the children had to be collected. There must be one more child coming. The last guest.
No! No! He's here already! I've seen him! He ran away! Away! The others are learning about the boy. What must happen to him? What must be done?
We've got to find him and get him out.
Help me! No!
You look downstairs, and I'll look upstairs. We must move fast before the others.
Well, that
Oh,
was...
wow. Okay. I'm glad we didn't miss that.
Yeah, that was worth it.
It was.
Okay, so we solved 2 puzzles today. And that's great. Yay, us. Well done. Let me get the Wheel of Curtis
Yes, please.
ready. Okay, let's save this bad boy. And a 3. Okay, and now we switch this, and then we have the wheel. Look at that. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us today and donating. We're gonna spin the wheel. Let's see. How many times should we spin the wheel?
Wheel, 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 wheel.
Wait. I want to see how many times. Okay. Okay. Let's spin that wheel.
Good luck to everybody.
Oh man, CJ. You keep on winning.
CJ, it's you. It's because the name is so big now, because it's only 2 letters.
Given the fact that CJ won yesterday, I'm going to spin the wheel again. CJ, you win today.
Okay.
You win for today's raffle and yesterday's raffle, but I'm going to give other people a chance as well. So let's do another spin.
Aw, that's nice of you.
If it's CJ again, I will never use this.
And the winner is CJ.
Those deaf mutes.
Yeah, there we go. Congratulations.
Well done, those deaf mutes. Well done. Okay, so I'll contact you on Discord, and I'm going to send you the list of games. We have tons of new games. Yesterday, one of the raffle winners chose Quake, and he's going to use his copy of Quake to join our death matches, our upcoming death matches. So we have other games as well. Don't forget to join me tomorrow for my conversation with Ken Williams. It's going to start at noon Pacific time. If you're in Europe, don't forget that daylight savings starts tomorrow. So noon Pacific time is going to be at a different time altogether than it was in the past 2 weeks, in which the US decided to switch to daylight savings and the rest of the world just wasn't there yet. Anyway, tomorrow at noon Pacific time. Thank you for joining. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining me, Anna. Once again, I'm not sure if you want to keep on playing this game. Maybe we'll switch to another one. But, at the rate we're currently going in, 2 puzzles per stream, we're going to be done by 2026 or so.
Yeah, it's about right.
So thank you, Anna. You too have a lovely weekend. Thank you, guys. Bye.